I'm told you guys are here for the Equipment Management Basic User Training. I'm Robin Blanford. I'm the CEO and founder of D4H, and I just want to welcome you to this course. You've got two options. You can either go chapter to chapter, just skip ahead and get to the interesting parts, or you can sit down and really get intensely into how this works by studying this course and all of our other ones. Your choice. I do hope to meet you either in person or online at some point, so chat then.
Hey everybody, excited to have you here today. My name is GP and I'm from the customers team at D4H. Let's take a look at how you can get started when you have been invited to D4H Team Manager product. Once you are invited to a D4H account, you will receive an email. Open up that email and click into the activation link. This will be opened in a new tab or a window on your browser. From this page, you can checkmark this option if you would like to receive updates from D4H and then click into sign up. This will trigger a 6-digit code to your email address. Simply copy paste that code to the text box shown on the screen and then click into next. You will then be requested to set up a password for your profile. Please make sure it meets the password requirements shown at the bottom. If your password meets the minimum requirements, it will enable the next option for you and then click into next. As part of the sign up process, the system will ask you to set up the two-factor authentication as well for your D4H profile. If this is something that you do not wish to proceed with, you can skip this for the time being, or else you can use your authenticator app or SMS to set up the two-factor authentication for your profile. For the time being, let's skip the two-factor authentication setup for the profile and click into next. Then the system will ask whether you have access to any other D4H products. If this is the very first time that you're signing up for D4H, you can of course skip this step by clicking into the first option, which is the default option, or else if you have access to other products, you can simply select the second option and type in your email address. In this scenario, let's skip this step. Lastly, you'll be given a confirmation page and the D4H product name that you have access to. If you click into the hyperlink, it'll be the very first time you'll be entering your username and the password to sign into D4H Team Manager product. Once again, thank you so much for taking the time to look at the video. If you have any questions or feedback for us, please send them to help@d4h.com. Bye-bye.
Hello, and welcome to D4H. My name is Marie Hunt, Implementation Project Manager here at D4H. In this quick video, I'm going to show you how to download and log into your mobile application. From your App Store, search for D4H to find the mobile applications. Once you find the mobile application, go ahead and download the mobile application. The first thing that you're going to do once you download it to your device is select the D4H region your data is stored in. The second step is to utilize your same username and password that you use currently on your web version to log in. Thank you very much for watching this quick video, and please let us know how we can further assist.
Hey everyone, it's GP here from the D4H customers team. We are back with the equipment management video series. In this video, we are going to be looking at how to add an equipment category, kind, edit their names, and also looking at how to merge them as well. When it comes to the equipment categories, it may vary based on your inventory. For example, we have a help article that will help you how to define equipment categories in your account. To create a new equipment category in your account, go to the Logistics tab at the top and click into Equipment. From this page, click into the Categories tab. If you do not see Add Category option at the top, that means you do not have the correct permission levels to create new equipment in your account. Simply touch base with your account administrator who can enhance your access level. In order to add and edit equipment in your inventory, you must have equipment editor granular permission level or editor or an account owner access level. Once you come to this page, simply click into Add Category. Here, the system will ask you to enter the name of the category. Once you have added the category title, simply click into Create Category. You will then be able to see the category that was just created. Next, let's take a look at how we can go about kinds. When it comes to a kind, consider it as a secondary level to the category. Here you will find a few examples of kinds that we suggest to our customers to use based on the equipment inventory that you own. Next, let's take a look at how we can go about creating a new kind under the category that was just created. Simply click into the Add Kind option here. The system will request for additional information with regards to the kind that we are going to be adding. Once you have added the title of your kind, you will be given the option to change the category if you would like to. Select the type of kind that you are going to be adding items under, and then if you would like to define costing at the kind level, you can do that from here as well. Once the values have been entered, simply click into Create Kind. This will create the kind in your account and you will be able to change its name. You have the option to delete it, and also you can merge this kind with another kind in your account. Next, let's take a look at how we can go about adding new items to our inventory. I'll see you there. Hey folks, in this video we are going to be looking at how to add new items to our inventory, change its details, and duplicate them as well. Let's jump in. From here, you can simply click into the 0 over here. It will then take you to the kind that was created in your account. You can click into the Add Item at the top. Here, the system will auto-populate a unique reference number for your inventory, but of course you have the option to change this reference number as well. You will also be given a couple of options to choose from. If you're only looking to add a single item, you can click into Quick Add. It will simply add this item using the reference number that was given. If you're looking to add additional information to the item, you can click into Create Item. In this example, we are going to be clicking into Create Item. Then the system will give you a confirmation saying the equipment item was created. You have the option to add additional information to your item, starting from its location. Most likely your administrator has already created locations in your account. Simply click into the Update Location option and select your equipment item location. The same applies for your manufacturer information as well. You can either select an existing manufacturer or create a brand new one as well. You will also notice that you have the option to add a barcode as well. If this item has a barcode, you can simply add that here, or else you have the option of assigning a barcode using D4H Equipment Management mobile application or a handheld device as well. And we have a dedicated help article on how you can go about it. Once all the information has been added to your item, simply scroll to the bottom of this page and click into Save Changes. This will save all the equipment information that was just added. You'll be able to double check from this view as well. When it comes to duplicating items, simply open the item that you're looking to duplicate and then click into Duplicate Item. Then the system will request how many duplicates you would like to create, simply add in the number and click into Create Items. A quick note here, before you duplicate an item, always make sure the original item contains all the required fields such as location data, manufacturer information, model information, expiry date, manufacture date, etc. That will make sure that once the items have been duplicated, you do not need to go into individual item and then change them individually. Thank you for watching the video. Let's meet on another equipment management video by D4H Customers team. Bye for now.
Hello, Marie Hunt here with the D4H Customers team. Welcome back to another video in our Equipment Management Basic User Series. In this video today, we're going to talk about equipment locations. Equipment locations allow you to isolate your equipment in specified storage locations. It's important to note that equipment locations should be non-movable permanent structures, such as a warehouse, storage room, or vehicle bay. In this video, we're going to talk about how to add locations and update locations. We're also going to talk about how to move the equipment items that you already have in your account to these locations, both in the web version as well as the mobile application. Let's get started. From my equipment dashboard, I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to select locations. First, I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to add a location. It's important to note that if you do not see Add Location from this screen, you do not have the proper permission in order to make these changes in your D4H account. Go ahead and get in touch with your D4H administrator to discuss your permission levels, as well as update those permission levels to more elevated permissions. To add location, I'm going to simply click on Add Location on the right-hand side. I'm going to key in the relevant information for this location. So I gave the location a title. It's Storage Room 50. I bundled this location in my Emergency Management Operations building. Bundling will group like locations together for ease of use. I gave this building a description as well as specified the location, but if I ever needed to update the location, I'd simply click and type in the address here under the search bar, or I could drag and drop the pin to another specified location, noting that you can zoom in for a higher visibility of where you're locating it. Once you're done, click on Save Changes at the bottom right. Great, now that we went ahead and added this location, let's say I wanted to update this location's details. First, I would locate this location under the Locations tab, and then I would select Update Details on the far right-hand corner, updating the details within this location, and then again clicking Save Changes. There are two ways in order to add items of equipment to this specified location. You can create new items by selecting Add Item here, and it would be like adding a brand new piece of equipment. Or you can move pre-existing items that you already have in your account to this location. This Move Items button allows you to bulk move pieces of equipment to this location. Let's do that now. From this page, there are many different ways to move items to this location. The first way is by finding the item. For this example, this item currently has no location, so I'm going to expand No Location, find the piece of equipment, either click on Add here, or I can drag and drop it to the right-hand side column underneath Selected. Now I'm going to continue to load in my individual items to the right-hand side column. The other way to find a piece of equipment is by utilizing the barcode feature. If this is not yet enabled for your D4H account, go ahead and contact your D4H administrator. This is a really great way to find pieces of equipment fast and easy. The third way to find a piece of equipment is by typing in here to filter it out. Once I type in any of the keywords, I can start dragging and dropping the applicable items to the right-hand side column. Once I have all the items that I'm set to bulk move to this new location, I'm going to select Move Selected Equipment. From this pop-up, underneath this No Location drop-down, I'm going to go ahead and select that Storage Room 50, and I'm going to select Move. Now all of those items have been bulk moved to that Storage Room 50 location. Next, let's go ahead and take a look how to do this in the mobile application. There are several ways to locate a piece of equipment within the Equipment Management mobile app. You can do so by accessing the More Options menu at the top left, locating the piece of equipment within its applicable category and kind, then move the piece of equipment to its location. The alternative way to locate a piece of equipment is by utilizing the search feature within the D4H Equipment Management mobile application. You can type in keywords or phrases like the category or kind, or the equipment item's reference number. Once you locate it, you'll select Move Item again, pick its applicable location, and then move the item. Equipment locations can only be added and updated within the web version. Once again, barcoding is a great way to locate a piece of equipment with ease. It allows you to use your device's camera in order to scan the barcode and move that item to its new location. Thanks again for taking the time to watch this brief video. Continue on in the series or reach out to us if you have any tips or suggestions for new content. Thank you. Hello again, Marie Hunt here with the D4H Customers team. Welcome back to the video series for Equipment Management Basic User. In this video, we're going to talk about consumable items in your inventory. Specifically, we're going to discuss how to set thresholds on those supply levels. In addition, we'll discuss how to distribute those consumable items as well. Let's get started. First, you're going to want to locate your equipment dashboard. On the topic of setting thresholds for your consumable items, here within my dashboard on the Overview tab, I have this low supply level widget. This enables me to see when I've reached a deficit and I need to order new supplies. From my screen, you can see that I'm in a deficit of 5 from my oxygen bottles, and I'm currently in a deficit of 25 for my suits. To set these threshold requirements on my consumables, I can do so two ways. I can select the Supply Levels tab at the top, or I can click within the actual title of my supply level widget. Let's take a look at what I currently have set up in my account. These columns here allow you to see what the current quantity is of your consumables, and on the right-hand side, what the required thresholds are currently set. To update or set these required levels, I'm going to click on Required Levels at the top right. If you do not currently see required levels within your D4H account, please reach out to your D4H administrator. This is likely due to your permission levels that have been set. Within this screen is where I can update the required level number here in this column. If you wanted to add new kinds and set those levels, you'd simply click on Add Another Kind. From the drop-down, select Update the Number, and then click on Save Changes at the bottom right. Now I can see where I need to order more consumable items. Next, let's take a look at distributing quantities of consumables. Again, from this Supply Levels tab here at the top, I have this Distribute Quantities on the right-hand side. I'm going to select that. In order to start distributing items, I need to first select the kind of item. Once I select the kind, I then have a source column and a destination column. The source column is the source of the consumable, the current item, in which you're taking from to send it to the new destination, its new item. From this source column, I can do this two different ways. I can take from an existing item, or I can select new. What that would do is it would create a new item for me. For my example, I'm going to take from item number 64. I currently have 20 items within this batch. Now I need to select the destination. There are two different destination types when it comes to moving consumables. Either I can create a new item, or I can move the items from this existing item into another existing item. So as an example, if I had this box here of 20 items, and I needed to send 5 items over to a new location, I could then come over here, distribute 5 items from the original one to the new item, and click Distribute Quantities. Now I only have 15 in the original item, and I have 10 in where I sent it to. What this enables you to do is, let's say that this item number 64 was in my warehouse, but this item 115 was set at a different location. I'm essentially taking items from the warehouse and then sending it over to a new location. Let's try this the alternative way for a different destination. So I'm going to take from item number 64. I'm actually going to be creating a new item, and I'm going to move 5. I can also select No Location, change its location from this drop down, and select Choose Location. Once I click distribute quantities, it's going to take the 5 and move it to the bay floor. Now I have sent 5 of those consumables to the bay floor. Thank you so much for taking the time to watch this brief video. Go ahead and continue on in the Equipment Management Basic User series, or check out one of our other series within our YouTube channel.
In this video, we are going to be looking at how to go about adding a profile picture to your items, and also look at how you can merge manufacturers and models in your account. When it comes to uploading a profile image to an item in your inventory, there are 2 ways that you can go about. If you only have one item in your inventory, what you can do is that open that item and then click into the profile photo at the top. This will open up the upload option, and from here select your picture. Once you have selected the picture, click into upload files, and once that is complete, you'll be able to see the profile picture that was added to the item. The second option is something that you can consider if you have more items in your account from the same manufacturer or the model. Let's take a look into that one. For that, head over to the team setting option at the top and locate the manufacturer and model section under your equipment section. From here, the system will display all the manufacturers and the models that have been defined in your account. In this example, let's expand the Ford manufacturer. Then let's click into the quantity number next to the model name. It will take you to a page and it will display all the trucks that have been classified under the manufacturer Ford and the model F350. From this page, click into the No Model photo. It will open the upload option, and from here select the image that you're looking to upload. Now the system has uploaded the image and it has linked to each and every truck that you have added as manufacturer Ford and the model name F350. Now if you were to add a brand new item under the model name F350, system will ensure that it contains a profile image that you have uploaded. Let's take a look at how we can go about editing manufacturer and model names, and also how to go about merging them as well. For that, simply head over to the team settings option at the top. From here, go to the equipment section and click into manufacturers. If you go across a manufacturer name, you will be given an option to edit the name of the manufacturer. You can also add a brand new model from here, and also system will give you an option to merge this manufacturer with another manufacturer in your account. If you now go into the models that you have in the account, you will notice that the system gives you an option to edit the name of the model, and also it gives you an option to merge this specific model with another model in your account. However, the delete option is invisible, or it is hidden to you. It's because there are items inside this specific model. Thank you for watching the video, and I'll see you on another video. When you're looking to conduct an inspection, go ahead and open up that inspection. System will display all the items that are going to be covered as part of that inspection. All you have to do, simply click into Inspect Now. Based on the inspections that you have created in the account, you have the option to either pass or fail your inspection step, or if the inspection step is not applicable, you can simply mark NA as well. A key note here is that if you have marked at least one inspection step as failed, system will not let you pass the entire inspection. If we take an example, if I pass the first 3 steps and mark the last inspection step as failed, you will notice that the system hides the pass option for me, but if I go ahead and check mark or pass the last step as well, it is now going to allow me to pass the entire inspection. You also have a few advanced options as well. If you open that up, you have the option to add any additional details to your inspection. If you would like to add a repair for the entire inspection, if you're looking to change the item status, you can do that from here. You have the option to add attachments as well. And if you're looking to override the date of inspection completion, you can do that from the bottom over here. Lastly, at any point in time, if you would like to save the inspection status, you can click into save later, or if you go back out of the inspection page, it will automatically save your inspection progress as well. Let's head over to the D4H equipment mobile application and see how you can go about carrying out an inspection using the mobile app. The D4H equipment mobile application is going to be available for both iOS as well as for the Android users. When it comes to looking up an equipment inspection, you can simply search it from the search menu at the top right hand corner, or you can open it up using the menu bar on the top left hand corner of your screen. Once you have opened the equipment item where you would like to conduct the equipment inspection, simply go over the inspection steps that you have added to the inspection and start marking the inspection step status. Just like on the web browser, if you do not mark each and every inspection step as passed, system will not allow you to pass the overall inspection. And just like on the web application, you have the option to add additional notes, upload any attachments, or even add any repair notes as well from this view. The cool thing here is that the system is going to save each and every change you're making to this inspection. That means if you ever need to leave the inspection, or if you get a call on the phone, your changes have been saved, and when you go back to the inspection, you can start where you left off. Once you have gone through all the inspection steps and marked them as passed, you have the option to pass the inspection. When you do that, the system will give you a confirmation saying the results have been updated. You can also see the inspection outcome and the status of the inspection steps that you marked. Thank you so much for taking the time to watch our new inspection steps video. We hope to see you on another video really soon.
Hello again, Marie Hunt here with the D4H customers team. In this video, we're going to talk about completing repairs. Repairs can be completed both in the web version as well as the mobile application for equipment management. Repairs can also be assigned to members on your team. Once a repair is assigned to a member on your team, they will receive a notification via email to complete the repair. You're also able to track which activity caused the item to require a repair, meaning if the piece of equipment was used on a training exercise and thus needed a repair after that training exercise, you can track against by using caused on activity within the repair. Let's jump into the web application now to take a look at completing repairs there. Now that I'm in the web application and have navigated to my equipment dashboard, I'm going to go ahead and select the repair that is listed over here under my repairs widget that is assigned to me. This repair section under the overview tab for equipment management will showcase any repairs that are due for the entire account on this first column header, any that are due immediately, meaning due today or in the past, and this last one is any repairs that are assigned directly to me. You can click directly into any of these to display more information. Let's go ahead and jump into this repair that's assigned to me. Once I've opened up the repair, I can mark the repair as in progress, or I can mark it as completed. If you mark it as completed, please note it will no longer show up on your overview tab as due. I can also update details on the top right-hand corner if I want to make any adjustments, but please note, depending on what your permission level is, you may not be able to see update details at the top right. check with your D4H administrator to see what your permission levels are. If you do have the permission to update details, you can simply update the details in here. You can link it to that activity that it was caused on. You can also attach repair information, as well as a funding source, and then click Save Changes. Once the repair is complete, all you need to do is click on this completed box at the top right. You can also scroll down and add any repair attachments, meaning a bill that you received for this repair, or if you wanted to upload any images for the repair. You can also take a look at any historical repairs by coming over here to this right column and clicking on any of the applicable options. Thank you for taking the time to watch this brief video. Continue on in the series or take a look at one of our other video series within our YouTube channel. Thank you.
Hey everyone, it's GP here from the customers team of D4H. This is going to be our last video on the equipment management video series for the basic users. In this video, we'll be taking a look at how we can generate custom reports of your equipment inventory. To do that, simply head over to the Intelligence tab at the top and click into Reports. Please note that you may not see this option in your profile. If that's the case, touch base with your D4H account administrator who can upgrade your permission level. From here, click into Create New Report. From the drop-down, select Equipment Items. Then the system will display a list of parameters to choose from. Let's say, for example, I am looking to generate a report that contains all my active equipment in the account. I would go in here. I would probably have the expiry date as any and then run the report. Once the system has finalized the report, it will display on your screen. You will also be given an option to download it as a spreadsheet. Thank you so much for taking the time to go through our equipment management basic video series. If you have any suggestions for us, please send them to help@d4h.com. Thanks again for your time. Bye-bye.